You aren't overwhelmed already with the amount of information on spirituality, spiritual growth, spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening, right? How to open your chakras, how to balance yourself, guidance on meditation, guidance on various postures, various yoga, various kriyas, and then how to become aware, how to raise your consciousness, how to raise your vibration. It is pretty overwhelming, because it's like having so many different brands, having so many different shops selling exactly the same thing, right? And you feel overwhelmed by all of this. So how do you decipher? How do you decide that, right, so this is the product for me and this is what's going to work for me, right? Yes, sometimes we need somebody to hold the space for us as we go through our own decentralization from the ego's hold on to us, from us simply being fluid, flexible, and in a free flow, in a free form. Yes, sometimes it does require somebody holding the space, but how do you know which body is going to do this? How do you know? Am I going to go to this one? Am I going to go to that one? And do I even need to go anywhere, right? So I'm here to suggest that yes, whilst it is great to have somebody around and somebody to hold the space for us, right? Before a spiritual awakening, it is more useful to have someone hold the space than it is after you have experienced an awakening. After you have experienced an awakening, you are pretty much being steered already. But before you have an awakening, and this is where you are literally a shopper, you are a buyer, you are going to look around for various tools, and you will try to use this, try to use that, and there will be a lot of cognitive healing, a lot of healing of the mind, a lot of healing of us on the inside. So remember, healing, the way it takes place is whatever we are healing, if it's something to do with inner child, if it manifested as a hormonal imbalance, so not only are you going to be healing your metaphysical state, so not only are you going to be healing yourself at an energetic level, but it will take time to then go and have the hormones restored. So healing is a process that can sometimes feel absolutely draining, right? But when you are now spiritually awake, this is the time for you to hone in to moments of solitude, hone in with not forcing yourself to fit in or forcing yourself to be a particular way, because now you're pretty much in your own hands. Yes, philosophically, you probably were in your hands even before, and you were drawn towards a particular person, teacher, teaching for you to have experienced your awakening, which you would have done either way, because like it's not we are always that. We are never away from that. So it's simply when we become aware of something that we always have been, right? So awakening is also in a way a misnomer, but it's a way of us understanding what is happening to us, and so we use that. Yes, it is very overwhelming because right now there's a dearth of information out there, and now more than ever is a time for you to deliberately spend time alone, in solitude, zero distractions, right? That solitude is an irreplaceable teacher. In that solitude, when your mind starts to wander from place to place, and you are aware of that, and you're aware of everything that happens at that moment, that is what is going to behove you well, as opposed to have anyone else holding the space for you. Because again, folks, it depends on where you are. Some of us need someone to hold that space for us. But remember, to have a facilitator is also another coping mechanism, and is another way of, I can't face myself on my own, so right now I need that. Whereas I feel that It is when we are completely solitary, when we are in our depths of solitude, that we can really, really find out the underpinning spirit. Take care, lots of love to you, and remember, the one anecdote to feeling very overwhelmed is ensuring that you're spending time on yourself. Take care, lots of love.